Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. There's the lighting, here's the fan, and here I am. How you doing? The time is approximately 5:34 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Wednesday, January 29th, 2020. The sun is in Capricorn, the sun is in Aquarius, and the moon is in Aries. This is my official overview video of Llewellyn's 2020 Tarot Calendar. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover. And I'm going to briefly go through all the months. Specifically, I'm going to go through which months have spreads and which ones don't. So January and February do not have spreads. Although I must admit, I'm long overdue to purchase a new now, I'm talking to you like you know what's going on. It just so happens that the card for January 2020 is the Fool card, and it's from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Now, I must admit, I've become disenchanted over the years with the color scheme of the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, which is why I prefer and love using the Universal Waite Tarot, which is identical to the Rider-Waite but recolored by Mary Hanson Roberts. Okay. Now, March 2020 has a spread. It's a 4-card spread. And the tarot card depicted is the Two of Swords from the Tarot Mucha tarot deck, which I like the look of the Two of Swords in the Tarot Mucha. I would need to look at the High Priestess card. Now, April also has a spread, which is a 5-card spread, and it depicts the Page of Cups from the Otherkin Tarot. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't initially drawn to the Otherkin Tarot until I actually forgot what it was, but there was something... Oh, thank you. So there are a few people whose intuition I trust even more than my own, and one of them is my awesome audiovisual person from my YouTube videos. The other one is Swan of Dreamers, or Michelle Swan Graham, and I trust her intuition immensely. And we were having a conversation one day, and she happened to mention the term Otherkin. And I was like, oh, as in the Otherkin Tarot. And I showed her the page for the Otherkin Tarot in Llewellyn's 2019 Tarot Catalog. And I was like, and now it's like I've been... And the funny thing was, I started to become drawn to that tarot deck even before Michelle and I had that conversation. And I was like, yeah. So my intention is to have my own copy of the Otherkin Tarot prior to April of this year. Now, here's the interesting thing. One of my intentions for this calendar is to use the tarot decks that correspond to that month for those spreads, or rather for those months that have spreads. And it just so happens that the Six of Swords for June 2020's entry, it depicts the Six of Swords from Llewellyn's Classic Tarot, which was a beautiful birthday gift from Queen Osset, also known as Oya's Girl, or Oya's Girl, also known as Queen Osset. Thank you again for that beautiful, 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 beautiful birthday gift. It made me so happy that day. And so I have that tarot deck, so I can do this spread with this tarot deck in June. Now, July 2020 has no spread, and interestingly enough, August 2020 not only has a spread, but it has a card, specifically the Knight of Cups from the Tarot in Wonderland, which I also own. And of course, it's no coincidence that both Tarot in Wonderland and Llewellyn's Classic Tarot were both created by Barbara Moore, and both illustrated by Eugene... Oh my God, no, I need to know this. I know this. Oh, I forgot this. How embarrassing. Oh my goddess. Now, September 2020 has a spread, 5-card spread. The card depicted is the Page of Pentacles from the Animal Totem Tarot. I'm kind of on the fence on that tarot deck, to be honest. I mean, there are times when it's like, I like you, and there are times when it's like, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling that more than likely I will have a copy of the Animal Totem Tarot prior to September of this year, and then if I do, and if that's the case, then I'll use that tarot deck with the spread. Okay. The Moon for October 2020, big surprise, and it's from the Everyday Witch Tarot, again, big surprise. Let's see, November 2020, and it's funny because it depicts the Five of Pentacles from the Shadowscapes Tarot, which is another tarot deck that I tend to like and don't like. It's like, oh, you're pretty. Oh, you're lovely. It's like I go back and forth. Now, historically, the very first time that I had that experience with a tarot deck, it was the Shapeshifters Tarot by DJ Conway and Serona Knight, illustrated by the Lisa Hunt. And I wound up acquiring the tarot deck. It is my least often used tarot deck. And I know why. There are two reasons why. Number one, it's one of those tarot decks that in my experience propels me into a completely channeled state. And, well, let's just say that over the years I've had some clients not come back to me because not only was I channeling, but something was speaking through me and it freaked them the fuck out. Interestingly enough, the other day I was going through my old emails and I found an email from the client who got freaked out and never had a reading with me again. And now there's a part of me that wants to reach out to her and see how she's doing. The email is from 4 years ago, I think, but part of me is like, yeah, let me see how she's doing. Anyway, and then for December 2020, it has a 5-card spread. The tarot deck that's depicted kind of draws me, kind of doesn't. It's the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Now, here's a secret about me that you may not know. I've always been drawn to tarot decks. When it comes to tarot decks, I'm primarily drawn to 3 different kinds. I'm drawn to tarot decks that will depict jewel tones, like dark, rich jewel tones. Also tarot decks that have larger than standard size cards, but also cards that may be renamed in some way or another. And it just happens that it depicts the 4 of Spells, which from what I can gather, Spells is the name of the suit of wands in this tarot deck. So it leads me to become a little more curious. And then of course, you know, I'm one of those people that believes that one can call upon the sacred fae regardless of the season. I mean, the sacred fae tend to be associated with summer, as in William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then it has Beginning Your Tarot Journey, Tarot Terms, The Suits of Tarot, Numbers in Tarot, the infamous Celtic Cross Spread, The Fool's Journey of the Major Arcana, and then of course about the author, featured cards. Oh good, featured cards. Eugene Smith. Eugene Smith is the one who illustrated the Tarot in Wonderland and Llewellyn's Classic Tarot. I'm so glad I redeemed myself. Okay, and then it has January through April of 2021. It has a short blurb about moon phases, and then it lists some tarot books and tarot decks. For example, Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot, written by Barbara Moore, big shock, which is funny because their Little Books of series is drawing me lately. And why not start with Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot? And then there's the Otherkin Tarot, and then there is a book listed by the Ethone Dawn, who some of us love and adore on YouTube, and it's entitled Your Tarot Court. And I must admit, I love her works. I've only watched a handful of her videos, but everything she does, I love, love, love. And then of course it has the back of the cover, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do one last close-up of the back cover, which depicts each of the cards depicted for each of the months, and it has a little blurb about the calendar itself. Now, If you have not already purchased this calendar, please, 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 please do so. Because the fact of the matter is that Llewellyn is, I'm going to say this, and Llewellyn Worldwide and Llewellyn Publishing can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is safe to say that Llewellyn Publishing is more than happy to continue offering a product if there's an interest. And what the economical meaning of interest is, you know, because the fact of the matter is that people need to keep buying this for Llewellyn to be like, it's still popular, let's keep publishing it. So to you, those of you who love the tarot, those of you who love and adore the tarot, those of you who are like me in lust with the tarot, if you have not already purchased this, please do so. Please do so. I want this to continue. My personal desire is that they publish at least 5. Which would mean that they need to publish until 2022. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. If after Llewellyn's 2022 tarot calendar they decide it's not busy enough, it's not interested enough, there's been a distinct decrease in sales, I'll be happy. I'll be like, they want to end the publication, fine. But my personal wish, my sincerest desire, is that Llewellyn Publishing publishes 5 of these. So 2018 through 2022. After 2022, if they want to stop, I'm golden. If they want to continue, I'm even more golden. But just to let you know, that's my thing. If Llewellyn decides after their Llewellyn's 2022 tarot calendar that they don't want to do it anymore, nope, you will get no argument from me. I will not start a petition. I won't do any of that. I will be like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'll let it go. Goodbye. But I have to take a sip of my coffee to like still myself. But honestly, that's my thing. So if you haven't already purchased it, please do so. You can purchase it through Llewellyn. You can purchase it through Amazon.com. You can purchase it through another website. But given who I am, see if your local metaphysics stores still have copies. And if they do, let me know. Actually, if they do, let me know which metaphysics store in your area you went to, because truth be told, I would love to be able to visit another metaphysics store. That's one of the reasons why I love going to Beacon, New York, because there's a beautiful metaphysics store there. And what's it called? Notions and Potions. And I will have the honor and pleasure of returning in a few weeks. Yay! Anyway, so with that being said, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the shares, thank you for the comments. Thank you to those of you who have availed yourselves of my psychic services, and thank you for those of you who are going to avail yourselves of my psychic services for the first time in 2020, the year of a solid, balanced foundation. I wish you peace and many mountains of blessings, and good night.